Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. I've learned from the last time I made a video log, I got a little sad about the background. You didn't see as much forest as I wanted you to see. So what's going well so far in this video is you see more forest, and then there's one other thing that's going really well. That is, I'm figuring out my layouts so I can have my monitors and see them in VR really nicely in my new play space, because that's something I never quite set up all of the way. It had a little bit of bugs, and I'm working through those, and it feels really nice with my new little podium. My new play space is exactly how it needs to go. That feels nice and tidy, so I was able to start the recording, and it was just a breeze, and that is also going really well today. And I certainly don't want to say that's the only things that's going well today, but there is an awful lot of challenge that I need to bring up because honestly, Phineas ain't doing so hot today. It felt pretty good doing the best that I could about tackling the darkness, yeah, uh, in that I mentioned in the last video, and I do feel like to the extent I was able to talk about it, um, I feel like I had a nice energy when I was editing down that video. And then, as it turns out, oops. I don't know about oops so much, but definitely, uh, oops. Backfired. But on the other hand, something I like to live by, I don't ever want there to be a corner of my mind where I'm afraid to go. And if it hurts a lot, but it's still a part of me, I don't want to wall off from that. And I am a little bit because I'm throwing into video work right now as my way of coping with whatever mental state that I have going on right now. So I kind of think I am walling off a little bit. And actually, I'll just say for certain that I am because I'm being way less social than I ever used to be. The past couple of weeks, I've made polite appearances to some of my favorite events. I don't think I've really been present at karaoke for 3 weeks now. I missed one of them. One I made a polite appearance, and one I went to, but I kind of like went to my happy place during because it felt like it was important for me to go, but only my body was there. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, but sometimes that happens. But you hate to see it. And today just happens to be an especially bad one. For reasons that I can't go into, of course. Of course I can. Or, of course I can't, just by the nature of things. But it's just gotta be a situation where if you know, you know. Uh, and if you know, then you know. And today's just a really hard one where the darkness is concerned. And mainly what I want to talk about for this one is I am way out of calibration here. I just don't have full body tracking on, but something about my model is calibrated for that. So like my head feels like it's souped up. I'm having an odd moment, but I don't really feel like myself, so I don't really want full body tracking on even though I have it set up, which is neither here nor there. I just felt like bringing that up, I guess. Because what I'm doing is making videos and staying really busy. I went out to a coffee shop and wrote out a few scripts to help me stay busy this morning. And that worked out really great. I took the style from my fastest avatar guide in Resonite, figured out what's going well with that, how to film it better to make similar videos faster next time, what tools that I need, and mapped out what two of them could be. And I'm really excited for what the Resonite Enterprise is going to look like moving forward. And then also to dial in on like once I got back from the coffee shop into the flow of things and also staying busy. I finished up a lot of work on that, got almost all of the edits done for that video. It's coming out really well. I'm quite pleased with it. And I have a lot of aspirations for what's going to come. We'll touch on that later. Give me just a couple of minutes now because there's the other front of videos I've been making, or just things that have been interesting me that I have thoughts about, but they all go together. So give me one more second. Because Resonite's been. Where am I in my fucking play space? Ugh. But Resonite's been exceptionally hard for me to handle lately. So I've been trying to stay busy and interacting with other online communities just like I always used to enjoy back in the day. That's where my interest in making videos for the Healthy Gamer GG community has come into. I've made one and then I have to edit the other, and then like I said, I tried sharing one, messed that up, but I'll try sharing the other one after I've made the other one, and it's been fun when I recognize like I have a lot to say and there's people who want, who are asking the same sorts of questions. It's just fun getting into another community. But one of the things that I know is that's one of the things I'm doing to stay busy through the darkness that I'm trying to like kind of survive a little bit and just do the best that I can. And I guess that we're gonna get a little bit sad for a little bit, and then this vlog's gonna be done. So we have a little bit of sad for us, but I promise it'll be fine. But these are things that I had dreamed about for a really long time. I started making a Resonite channel back in January because I was really looking forward to making videos about it and being excited about the platform. And I've always liked making videos about mental health ideas and little concepts that have helped me get through challenging times, and being able to share those is also something that has always really excited me. And I'm doing these actions right now. I'm making the videos. Some of them are done, more of them are on the way. One of them is almost done, like the things people have been asking for. I'm doing it right now. Like, it is happening right now. Everything that I've wanted is happening. But I didn't really anticipate in any of the simulations back in January, back in a year ago when I was, or 2 years pretty much, when I was trying to figure all of this out. I never thought that it would feel like this. Because I'm just kind of sad lately and feeling isolated and trying not to be and doing the best that I can. And it's just the darkness. If you know, you know. And it just so happens that what I'm doing about it to stay busy and try to stay healthy, to stay alive is too dramatic. That's what I wanted to say, but we're not at that point. Although today was exceptionally bad when I first woke up. But there's like a part of me that really hopes people like the Resonate videos and hopes the other communities really like what I'm doing. But there's a part of me that really hopes the Resonate community likes my videos and that everyone just has a good time with what I'm doing. And I hope it's not too obvious in any of them that I'm struggling a lot while I'm making them. But it all kind of hurts that those are things I'm doing because I'm in a position of hurt and I need to stay busy. It's less so a labor strictly of love, it's also a labor of, in some ways, trying to love myself, maybe? I don't know, it's hard to say. But it's loaded, and that's all that I can say for this particular video. Because I'm moving and grooving. I filmed a vlog, I still have 2 videos to edit, a few more B-roll things to film for the Avatar video, along with other ideas for component videos, and just ways to stay busy and things to make. I'm on the path. And I guess the takeaway that I can, because I want there to be something that we can take away from this. The whole situation is just so loaded, emotionally laden, and then it's too much for me to handle because I can't even talk about it, for crying out loud. And all I can do is just, we're not going to think about it, we're just going to do it, so long as we got to do something. So this is just what we're doing. And usually I do things, I suppose, that require no thought, alcohol, etc., etc. This time I'm just doing something different, and I'm not thinking about it, though. And it's awkward because if I'm not thinking about putting myself out there and I'm just kind of doing it, and I'm not in the best space about it, that's just something that I know, but I'm doing my best. And it's a challenging space, I suppose. And this is the journey. This is the video log of the journey of doing and being wherever it is that I feel like I should do or be, following the call of the spirit, all sorts of things. And I need to make a video today because I'm working today, and today's not doing great. And Phineas is struggling pretty bad. So that's what this video was. Hopefully we should have some happier ones on the way because we have some successes that we'll be able to talk about too. Especially depending on how today goes. But I mean, we've got nothing but day ahead of me. I've got 8 to 9 hours, 10, 13, whatever. I got nothing but time. So we'll see what happens when I have nothing but time and nothing to do and a mental state that I'm trying to work through. So that's it. Wish me luck, and then wish me luck for the next update too, because I want to have something good for you guys. So we'll see if we have something good or not. But talk to you later. I'm trying to control her out. Oh, I always go too fast or too slow. Bye, guys.